I was sitting there with my hand on the trigger with the gun to my head, ready to do it, and it was just building up courage more and more every time, and they wasn't going to make it probably again. My wife or kids would be the first ones in there, you know, where's Dad? And that's what they would come across, you know, finding. My name is Brian Martin. I was a police officer for about 16 years. That moment happened, that change was April 9th, 2010. I was involved in a vehicle pursuit. Everything was going good in it until we were doing about 100 miles an hour down a curvy road, and they ended up losing traction and went off the road and hit a telephone pole. The car flipped, instantly burst into flames. I run up to the car, hear the kids screaming. You know, I can see one of the bodies in the car, but as I'm trying to get as close to the car as possible, you know, it's fully engulfed, and there's not much I can do. On the other side of the car was another kid that kind of crawled out that I didn't know about, and he's telling me to go save his friends, and I'm sitting there, you know, telling him, like, man, I can't do it. He's just gonna go save my friends, and very, very heart-wrenching. I'd avoid that area, so we'd get calls over where that accident happened, and I would find reasons not to go. I'd ask other people to go take care of that call for me. And that went on for several years. You know, my nights off, I would drink shaker cups full of Long Islands, and I'd pound the first one and then get down to about half the second, and I'd be passed out. Last year, I closed my eyes driving down the road. Driving my work truck, I closed my eyes because my brain is just going so fast. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And luckily I didn't drive off the road. And so I pulled off to the side of the road, and I just sat there and bawled my eyes out for a while. And I walked into my therapist's office, and I was like, I quit or retire. One of the two, I'm not going back to work. I was working at a body shop right after I retired, and this gentleman by the name Throne walked in, and we started talking. I tell him my story, you know, we're just talking, and he's like, Brian, hear me out. He's like, I have an employee that needed some help with some migraines. I got her to go do these treatments, and I want to pay for you to do it. I was like, oh yeah? I started to see the biggest change with me thinking about the trauma was the first thing. It started not to bother me as much anymore. And then I'd say family life at home. You know, my wife and kids started to like me a little more. I was a little happier, so that made everybody else happy. I've done therapy. I was doing a lot of therapy. I've been to 2 different treatment centers. I was on medication. I was doing all the things that we're supposed to do. And it was working, but it's a slow process. I wish I would have done this years ago, really. I don't have any more trauma at all. I'm not bothered by anything anymore. I'm medication free. I sleep throughout the night. I don't have anxiety, no more panic attacks. I can talk openly with everything to anybody. I can hear bad stories and they don't bother me. I'm much happier. All first responders, all dispatchers, paramedics, doctors, ER nurses, everybody and anybody should use this program.